Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is dev update number 2. About 2 weeks ago, I posted dev update number 1, where I gave a broad overview of what I've been working on, updates to version 1, as well as what the future will hold. This video is going to specifically concentrate on spin and the 3 methods of calculating spin that I talked about in that last video. Before I get into it, just a quick update. I think I said, in a couple weeks, a month at the latest, I'd be showing off version 2. A quick update on that. It might be closer to the month. We do have the unit able to detect shots and send them to GS Pro, but we did have to port all of our code to a new programming language. That's taking some time, and I really want to compare results between the 2 units to make sure that that data looks good and find any lingering issues before I show it off. It won't be in a perfect state, but I really want to show off that we have a new version and that's working. So in this video, I am going to compare the 3 spin methods that I talked about previously. So spin method number 1 is it's the only one that I've posted on YouTube. It's the only one that you've seen. All of my videos up to this point have used that method, and it works great. For myself, being a scratch golfer, I really never run into second guessing the result on the screen. I can't ever say that that feels wrong, but I made some improvements. So spin method 1 works great. Spin method 2 that I talked about uses the same feature detection method as spin method 1, but uses a very different processing flow to get the spin rate and spin axis. And overall, it's been much faster. I've had fewer no reads, and the accuracy seems to be slightly better, purely based on me viewing graphics and assessing if the result makes sense. Spin method 3 is going to be, it's the first reliable method that I've come up with to use more generically marked balls. So it's working really well with like a tailor-made pix ball or dots on the ball, and is the first big step towards the ultimate goal of using dimples and other markings on any golf ball to calculate spin. And I have done a test, and I theoretically proven that it does work. So we'll see what comes of that. That's the ultimate goal. Whether we actually get there, I can't say for sure. A couple things to mention about this is all of this. The first 2 spin methods I developed on version 1. The third spin method I developed on version 2. Version 1, the cameras aren't quite as capable in terms of low exposure rates, and the lighting is drastically improved on Unit 2. So there's a slim chance that version 3 struggles a bit, especially on high-speed shots. So chips should look really good, wedges should look really good, irons should look really good. Once we get to driver, there might be a little bit more variance. The ball travels further. Differing results impact that more because of flight time. So yeah, we're going to hit some shots here, and how this is going to work is I cobbled together some code where I hit a shot and it calculates all the values. It calculates vertical launch angle, horizontal launch angle, and ball speed. Those 3 values are shared, but then what it does is calculate spin rate and spin axis using the 3 methods, and then shows those 3 shots in GS Pro. And what we want to see is a really tight grouping between those 3 methods. I I know, because I have obviously tested this before, that version 2 and version 3 of the spin method, version 2 showing more accurate results, do actually align a little bit closer. So that's all really good stuff, and we're going to get after it. We're just going to hit some shots here and show you exactly what I'm talking about. One swing, three independent spin methods, all showing essentially the same results. As the travel time increases, so on long irons drivers, obviously that variance will increase. But yeah, I think you're going to be pretty impressed with what you see here. So just let me cut and get set up to hit balls, and I'll show that off to you all. Thanks. Okay, I think we're set up. We're going to hit some balls. Again, we're going to use the balls that I've had previously with the black dots on them. For this test, the next video, I might add it to this video. We'll see how long this goes. We'll compare this to like a TaylorMade Pix ball. But the main thing that I want to do right now is show the results from the three different spin methods that I talked about earlier. So again, I'm going to hit a shot. Ball speed, horizontal launch angle, vertical launch angle are going to be shared, but GS Pro, I'm going to send 3 shots with those shared values, but with independent spin values from the 3 spin methods that I talked about. We're going to hit some chips, some wedges, probably an iron, and then probably a driver to keep this reasonably short. And the hope is that, yeah, we'll see really nice consistent results across the 3 methods, and then we can even look at the stats and compare those numbers to kind of do a little bit more of a deep dive into those and show you that the numbers are very, very similar. I mentioned this, but I really want to highlight that method 3, the newest method that should work with generically marked balls, was optimized on version 2 of the launch monitor using different cameras and different processing. So there is a little bit of a chance here that shot 3 that you'll see doesn't line up perfectly. It should, but there's a chance. The lighting's different. There's some reasons for that, but once we're ready to show off version 2, we'll kind of, do a similar test or something like that to show that, yeah, everything's working really nicely. So here we go. So again, I got a 56 degree. We're going to hit some chips. I'll hit it full. I'll grab an iron, maybe a 5 or 6 iron. I'll hit some drivers, and hopefully the results look really nice and consistent for you. So here we go. I'm just going to change what I can see real quick. Oh, I missed my chance. Okay, so I'll probably hit 2 or 3 chips, 2 or 3 of each club. Just a little chip. So nothing special, but so there's shot 1. That's spin method number 1. And now here comes spin method number 2. We should see these line up pretty good. That's pretty good. That's about what, 3-4 inches? And spin method number 3. So a little bit left, but like right in between. So really good initial results. One more chip. I'll hit it a little bit further. I hit that what? 19.2. So we'll amp this up a little bit. Little pulley. I'm not really going to talk about the numbers too much while I'm hitting shots. We'll look at the data after the fact. So that was shot 1. Here comes 2. At first glance, a little bit of variation in the spin rate, but pretty similar. We're looking at about, I don't know, 2 feet. And here comes 3, the newest method. And 2 and 3 seem to be aligning really good. So that's cool to see. I did mention that spin method 2 is faster as well as more reliable and accurate. So the fact that 2 and 3 are lining up is promising. So I'll hit one full here for you, and then I'll move to like a mid iron. Felt cutty, but yeah, full 56, 120. That's pretty much bang on. So spin rate, I've noticed, I think it was 2.7, now it's 3.2, but within about 2 feet, and that might be stretching it. And number 3, here we go. So pretty good grouping. Pretty good grouping. Um, I don't know what your standards are and how you play golf, but in my mind, that's pretty good. I think tiny little mouse fart of wind would change the result by that much. So pretty cool. So I got a 6 iron in my hands. I'll hit these full, and then we'll move up to driver. So I'll hit probably 2 or 3 of these. Skinny and left. Oh boy. So I haven't really been playing much golf lately. Kiddo has taken a lot of my time, and any free time that I do have has been dedicated to this. So yeah, expect a couple wayward shots, but this is a 6 iron. We're well over 200 yards. We're about a yard difference, but really similar results. Yeah, this looks good too. And again, spin method 2 and 3 seem to be lining up really well, which is really promising for me because I do believe that spin method 2 is more accurate than my original method. So my newest method seems to be matching the better approach. Left again. Yeah, that felt pretty true. Hit a little bit harder. Right near those other balls though, so my miss is reasonably consistent. Let's see where this ends up. Hopefully close. Looking good, looking good. Right on. Okay, so yeah, at 200 yards, we're what? 8 inches, 10 inches? And finally, number 3. Looking good. Okay, so lines up a little closer to 1, but that grouping is pretty tight. Hit one more, and then I'll move to driver for you. Try to hit a cut. Try. Yeah, there we go. Cool. It's a little shorter as you might expect. I think the spin rate's up. I don't know. I didn't see those, or I wasn't paying attention. Ball shape looks good on those first 2. Spin rate looks similar. Oh yeah, here we go. Get close. That's not bad. About a yard. And yeah, okay. Shot shape is looking good. Spin rate looks not bad. Looks like this one might be a little bit different. No. Okay, so about a foot from spin method 2. So that's looking pretty good. We'll hit some drivers and we'll call her a day. I think this is super cool. I'm sure anyone that's still following this channel and my videos probably thinks it's pretty cool. But yeah, to see the, quote unquote generic method working well gives me a lot of confidence. We could have something cool here. Oh, that was hit pretty good. Little tiny cut. Little tiny cut. Right on. So definitely a little bit more difference here, but we are at 315 yards, and I don't know, that looked about 10 feet. Let's see where this ends up. So yeah, definitely a little bit more dispersion. One thing I'll mention with driver is my previous cameras were kind of getting to the limit of the low exposure range on those cameras. So at this ball speed, there is a little bit of blur, which kind of impacts things. So, I mean, not perfect, but pretty decent results. The general shot shape is the same, and your end result at 1,000, almost 1,000 feet out is within about 2 yards, let's say. Let's try again. Hooking. Oh boy. So this was interesting. Big hook. Let's see how similar they are. I don't know how the bushes will impact things, but okay, so a little bit different on the spin rate, but the spin axis I think was very similar. Okay, pretty much the same bush. And same shot shape. A little bit more spin axis, but there's the other ball. So a pretty bad shot. Um, what, call it 4 or 5 feet, I guess, difference. So pretty cool, pretty cool. And yeah, like I mean, I don't know if I hit it that far left. I don't think I'm gonna be able to say that it should have gone 4 feet further left or right. I'll try to hit another decent one. That was nice. That was a nice swing. Really wish I could get my spin down on my drivers though. I actually, on my drivers, tend to be about neutral on my tack angle, maybe even sometimes a little bit down. So I do hit down on the ball very hard, and yeah, that spin gets up there and kind of takes some distance off. But okay, so yeah, I don't know, call it 2, 3. Oh, that one went a little further. So 3, 4 yards. Again, we're pushing 1,000 feet here. So the longer the ball's in the air, the more time spin is able to impact the flight of the ball and the overall difference in its landing position. And like I said before, this is being done on the original unit. So these cameras are really getting stressed. Like the images, there's visible blur, which does impact the accuracy as you get way up here. Version 2, we changed cameras, we adjusted lighting situation, so more lighting, cameras that can handle higher speeds. So hopefully those, minor variances there are solved, but I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. I think that proves that, with 3 different spin methods, the first 2 sharing the same feature detection method, and then the third version having a unique detection or a feature detection method, and all 3 using a different processing method. Very, very similar results. And just to remind you, I'll hit a wedge here again, just because I love doing this. I can't get over how cool this is. Tuggy, really tuggy. The similarity in the result, inside 150 yards, let's say, kind of in that scoring range, is pretty impressive. Look at that. Yeah, so spin method 2 and 3 seem to be very much aligned. They all look good. And we'll just take a brief look at the physical data here. So what we did, we hit some... Oh, wow. We actually hit that many shots? I don't think so. Let me just back up here. Oh, yeah, because it's 3 per. So, little chip, ball speed, horizontal launch angles and vertical launch angles, as you can see here, are the same. Peak heights, same. Offline, pretty much the same. Spin, 3706, 3776, 3756. Look really good. Do we have spin? We don't have side spin, so I can't. That's unfortunate. I should change my code to just fill in this value, even though I use spin axis. You have the option with GS Pro how you want to submit. But anyways, we'll look at spin rates. So 8243, 8247, 8260. That was 3. What was that? That was 6 irons, I think. No, sorry, no. The chip, the partial wedge, the full wedge, 12,416, 12,378, 12,380. The biggest discrepancy, call it 40 RPM. 2 and 3 are lining up really nicely. Total carry, pretty much the same. We'll look at some of those 6 irons, 3758, 3772, 3754, I think that says, and all 195.2.3. Second 6 iron, 203, 203, 203, and then that cut 6 iron, 194, 194, 194, and then we'll look at the drivers really quickly. I'm sorry if I'm rushing through this. Got to get back inside and help mom out with the kid. But 295, 296, and 2. I can't read that. I think that says Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. 295.6, 295.6, 296.03, 3051, 3055, 3033 on spin rate. So again, really good looking numbers. And then what did I do? Oh yeah, I hit that hook drive. So this is interesting. I've said a couple times in this video that I think spin method 2 is more accurate, and spin method 3 has shown really good results. Spin method 1 is showing some elevated spin, but spin method 2 and 3, they're about 135 RPM out. Again, there's blur on drives on the images, so they're not as accurate as the other shots, but like still pretty consistent results. And what we see, like when we look at our offline, minus 46, minus 48, minus 50. I know the spin rate was, or spin axis happened to be a little bit higher here. So yeah, decent. And then this final drive was hit really, really good. And what we see here is, yeah, 295, 297.9, and 297.7. Again, spin method 2 and 3 are like bang on. If we look at the spin rates, spin method 1 seems to be out a bit, but spin method 2 and 3, 3169 versus 3176. So we're talking 6 or 7 RPM. Spin axis must have been a little bit different because we have a total offline of left 13 and 16. So 3 yards at 318 yards. So not perfect, but like I said, the driver images are not perfect, and that should be solved with the new unit. Pretty cool results. So I'll wrap it up here, and like, subscribe, watch the videos in length, please, even if you're just putting it down and walking away. Those 3 things really help me get more views, and getting word out is what this is all about. So yeah, thanks for watching again, guys. I really, really, really appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next update video. I think that will be showing some features like ghost shot elimination. I don't think I mentioned it in my dev update. I forgot about it, but auto putt detection as a little bit of a fallback for when you forget to set putter when trying to hit a putt off the fringe or fairway. And I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but in the next video we'll look at some of those features, and then the next video after that will be the very first look at V2. It's not going to be fast, it's not going to be pretty, but you're going to see shots with the new unit, and hopefully, yeah, some really good results, and we'll talk more about that when we get there. Thanks again for watching, guys. Appreciate it. We'll catch you soon. Bye now.